Harley-Davidson announcing today they will be moving some production out of the U.S. in response to the European Union.
Most writers think Harley-Davidson means one thing: expensive chrome for old guys with deep pockets. But what if I told you Harley just dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming? A brand new motorcycle hitting American dealerships in 2026 for under $6,000? Yeah, you heard that right. $5,999. This isn't some rumor or wishful thinking. This is happening, and it's about to change everything you thought you knew about the motor company. The announcement that shocked everyone. Here's what went down. July 30th, 2025. Harley-Davidson CEO Jochen Zeitz drops this nuclear bomb during an earnings call with financial analysts. "We're introducing the Sprint," he says, casual as ordering coffee. MSRP under $6,000. Available in U.S. dealerships by 2026. Dead silence, then chaos. Because here's the thing, Harley hasn't had a truly affordable bike since they killed off the Street 750 back in 2021. Their cheapest current model? The Nightster at $9,999. And even that's been a tough sell. But $5,999? That's Honda Rebel territory. That's Royal Enfield pricing. That's, I can actually afford this without selling a kidney money. The timing couldn't be more critical. Harley's second quarter motorcycle retail sales were down 15% globally and 17% in North America compared to the same quarter last year. They're bleeding customers faster than a punctured gas tank. The crisis. Nobody talks about. Let's get real about Harley's situation. This isn't just about one cheap bike. This is about survival. Zeitz himself admitted it during that earnings call. It's the only area that really shows growth right now, which is really the result of the affordability issues. He's talking about small displacement motorcycles. While Harley's been chasing premium pricing, the rest of the world moved on. Triumph's Speed 400 and Scrambler 400X, both under $6,000, both selling like hotcakes. Meanwhile, Harley's been stuck in this weird middle ground. Too expensive for beginners, not premium enough for the ultra-wealthy. The Nightster at $9,999 was supposed to fix this. Instead, it's been a disaster. Sales of the Nightster and Sportster S account for less than 10% of Harley's motorcycle unit sales this year. Less than 10%. That's not a product line. That's a rounding error. The Sprint. Everything we know. Details are scarce because Harley's playing this close to the vest. But here's what Zeitz revealed, and trust me, every word matters. The Sprint has been in development since 2021. 4 years of engineering, testing, and refinement. This isn't some rushed response to market pressure. This is calculated warfare. It's a completely new platform. Not based on the X350 they sell in China or the X440 from India. Ground-up engineering, designed specifically for the U.S. market. And here's the kicker, Zeitz claims it'll be profitable from day one. His exact words, "We believe that how we've engineered this product, it will be profitable." Previous small Harleys? Money losers. The Street 750 was basically a loss leader that never led anywhere. But the Sprint? This is different. The bike will be presented to dealers in October 2025. That's when the real details drop. Specs, photos, final pricing, everything. The Street 750. Disaster, lessons learned. Remember the Street 750? Harley's last attempt at an affordable bike? What a train wreck. Launched around 2014 with a $7,500 price tag, it was supposed to attract younger riders. Instead, it attracted criticism. Too heavy, too slow, too boring. Then CEO Matt Levatich called it a bike that fills a need for people who want to identify with a brand, but have a motorcycle that is less intimidating and more inviting. Translation: we built a Harley for people who don't really want a Harley. The Street 750 limped along until 2021, never gaining traction in the US. Sure, it was used for rider training classes, but that's not exactly a ringing endorsement. The problem wasn't the concept. The problem was the execution. It felt like a compromise, not a Harley. The Sprint can't make the same mistakes. The competition is sweating. Picture this. You're running Triumph, and you just heard Harleys entering your playground. Your Speed 400 and Scrambler 400X have been crushing it at $5,995. Perfect pricing, great bikes, solid sales. You've been eating Harley's lunch in the entry-level segment. Then boom, Harley-Davidson Sprint. Same price point. American heritage. Dealer network that dwarfs yours. Game over, maybe. Royal Enfield's probably having emergency board meetings right now. Their whole strategy has been affordable heritage. Classic looks, reasonable prices, that vintage vibe younger riders crave. But heritage? Nobody beats Harley-Davidson. 121 years of American motorcycle history. The brand that defined what a motorcycle should sound like, look like, feel like. At $5,999, the Sprint isn't just competing on price. It's competing on soul. The Eagle soars too. But wait, there's more. Zeitz also hinted at a companion model, possibly called the Eagle, a traditional cruiser built on the Sprint platform. This is pure speculation, but it makes perfect sense. The Eagle could be Harley's answer to calls from dealers to bring back something like the XL883 Sportster. Think about it. Sprint for the sport-oriented riders, Eagle for the cruiser crowd. Same engine, different styling, maximum platform efficiency, minimum development cost. The Eagle could be what the Street 750 should have been, a real Harley that just happens to be affordable. The youth movement, Harley desperately needs. Walk into any Harley dealership today and you'll see the problem. Gray hair everywhere. The average Harley buyer is pushing 60. That's not sustainable, but younger riders aren't anti-Harley. They're anti-expensive. Show them a $6,000 Harley with modern fuel injection, ABS, and that distinctive rumble? Game changer. Here's what's crazy. Harley already has small bikes. The X350, X440, and X500 developed with partners in China and India. But those weren't for sale in the US market. Instead, they were used as trainers in the Harley-Davidson Riding Academy. Think about that. Harley was using their own small bikes to teach people to ride, then trying to sell them 10,000 plus motorcycles. The disconnect was insane. The financial services gold mine. Here's something most people don't know. Harley makes more money financing bikes than selling them. In the second quarter, operating income from Harley-Davidson Financial Services was $70 million compared to $61 million from the motorcycle division. They literally make more money on loans than motorcycles. But here's the genius of the Sprint strategy. More bikes sold means more loans written. Even at lower margins per bike, the volume play could be massive. A 22-year-old buying a $6,000 Sprint today becomes a 30-year-old buying a $20,000 Road King tomorrow. And Harley finances both deals. The manufacturing mystery. Where will the Sprint be built? Harley's not saying, but the clues are there. Zeitz was cagey about this, only saying, "We believe that how we've engineered this product, it will be profitable." That's not an answer about location, that's an answer about margins. Harley has a manufacturing presence in Asia, including a factory in Thailand that makes the Pan America. Don't be shocked if the Sprint follows the same path. Building in Thailand makes sense. Lower labor costs, established supply chains, and positioning for global distribution. The key is maintaining quality. Harley's reputation depends on it. The dealer dilemma. Here's something nobody's talking about. Harley dealers are terrified and excited in equal measure. Terrified because their business model is built on high-margin sales. Sell fewer bikes, make more per unit. The Sprint flips that upside down. But excited? Because they've been watching customers walk out for years. Love the brand, can't afford the bike. How many times have they heard that? The Sprint changes the conversation. Instead of, "Sorry, our cheapest bike is 10 grand," We've got something perfect for you. And here's the genius part. Once someone's in the Harley family, they tend to stay. Brand loyalty in motorcycling is real. The global opportunity. This isn't just about America. The Sprint platform could work worldwide. Europe's going crazy for small displacement bikes. Emissions regulations favor smaller engines. Urban congestion makes big bikes impractical. Asia's already proven there's demand. Harley's existing small bikes are selling well in their home markets. Even markets like Australia, where motorcycle licensing favors smaller bikes for new riders, could be huge opportunities. The Sprint could be Harley's first truly global platform in decades. The technology question. What tech will the Sprint pack? Harley's staying quiet, but we can make educated guesses. Fuel injection? Absolutely. Carburetors are dead, and emissions regulations demand precision fuel delivery. ABS? Probably standard. It's becoming mandatory in many markets, and it's a key safety feature for new riders. The question is, how much tech is too much at $6,000? Smartphone connectivity, TFT displays, multiple ride modes, all that costs money. Every dollar spent on tech is a dollar that can't go toward build quality or profit margins. The Sprint will likely be refreshingly analog. Real gauges, simple controls, mechanical connections. Sometimes the best technology is no technology. The risk factor. This isn't guaranteed success. Harley's tried the affordable route before and it didn't work. The Street 750 was supposed to attract younger riders. Instead, it attracted criticism. Too heavy, too slow, too boring. It felt like a compromise, not a Harley. The Sprint can't make the same mistakes. It needs to feel authentic, not like a parts bin special with Harley badges. It needs to sound right, look right, ride right. If it feels like a Honda with Harley stickers, game over. The production reality. 2026 seems far away, but in motorcycle development terms, it's tomorrow. Final testing, production setup, dealer training, marketing campaigns. There's massive work ahead. The company has also scaled back production as it continues to work to reduce the level of inventory on dealer floors. They can't afford another Street 750 situation where bikes sit unsold. This has to be a hit from day one. The stock market loves it. Here's something interesting. While the Sprint announcement got attention, it wasn't the biggest news from that earnings call. Harley's stock jumped over 20% because they announced a deal to sell a portion of their financial services division. KKR and PIMCO are each buying 4.9% of HDFS and taking on loan responsibilities. The deal frees up $1.25 billion that Harley will use to reduce debt, buy back shares, and here's the key part, invest in new products. Like the Sprint. The competition strikes back. Don't think Honda, Yamaha, and Kawasaki are sitting still. They've dominated the entry-level market for decades. Expect aggressive pricing on the CB300R MT-03 and Ninja 400. Expect new models designed specifically to counter the Sprint. But here's Harley's advantage: emotion. Nobody buys a Honda because it makes them feel like a rebel. Nobody chooses Yamaha for the heritage. Harley sells dreams. At $6,000, those dreams just became affordable. The timeline reality. October 2025. Dealer presentations begin. This is when we'll see real specs, real photos, real pricing. Late 2025/early 2026. Production starts ramping up. 2026. Sprint hits U.S. dealerships. The question isn't whether this will happen. Zeitz was too specific, too confident for this to be vaporware. The question is whether it'll work. The bottom line. The Harley-Davidson Sprint represents more than just a new motorcycle. It's a bet on the future. A recognition that the old ways aren't working anymore. Harley's retail sales are down 17% in North America. The Nightster and Sportster S account for less than 10% of sales. The average customer is nearly 60 years old. Something had to change. For $5,999, you're not just buying transportation. You're buying into 121 years of American motorcycle heritage. You're joining a community that spans generations. Will it work? Ask me in 2027, when the sales numbers are in and the reviews are written. But right now, in this moment, Harley-Davidson just did something nobody expected. They made themselves relevant to a whole new generation of riders, and that might be the smartest thing they've done in decades. The sprint is coming. The question isn't whether you can afford it. The question is, can you afford to miss it? That glowing red thing on your screen? Yeah, that's the subscribe button. Hit it if you love motorcycles. Still got fuel in the tank? Click the next video right here.